Hello guys, and welcome again to Optics Trade Debates. Myself, Tadej, and
my name is Theodor.
Today we'll be discussing the objective diameter. So Theodor, basically, what is the objective diameter of a rifle scope, for example?
Well, the most common place where you can find this specification or this term is on the list of all specifications in rifle scopes and binoculars. But it has a much bigger importance in rifle scopes. So the objective diameter means the outer diameter of the objective bell. So when you have a scope housing, that means that the outer diameter is given in our table by the name of objective diameter. In essence, it's just one of the measurements of the housing of the rifle scope.
I can see we have quite some, more precisely, 3 different types of these types of measurements of
on this table at the moment.
On this table at the moment,
many more.
But which ones are the most common? If we take also these ones into the account.
Well, I would say, at least in Europe, the most common are 30 millimeters. Because all wide-angle scopes have 30 millimeter objective diameter, so the same like the central tube. Then all the scopes with a 42 millimeter lens from the premium European producers, they have a 48 millimeter objective diameter. Then scopes with 50 millimeter objective lens have a 56 millimeter outer diameter, which is this one. 56 is really common. And then the big ones, those which have 56 millimeter objective lens diameter, they have the outer objective bell diameter of 62. So these are the most common in Europe: 30, 48, 56 and 62. From the American scopes and also some Japanese, 58 millimeter is also very popular. With all the Leupold scopes, if they feature an objective lens with a 50 millimeter diameter, then the outer diameter is 58 millimeters. And with Japanese scopes, those which feature 56 millimeter objective lens, so the lens diameter, they usually feature the diameter of the housing of 65. So those are the biggest, I would say. But there are many variations in between. We have scopes with 60 millimeter outer housing diameter, then everything from each millimeter of one producer or another produces a scope which fits into this dimension.
So why is this the case, that there are so many different types? Why is basically this measurement important? Because we have a 56, 42, 44, 50, etc.
Yeah.
So why is this so important?
Well, it wasn't until recently. There are 2 main factors why it's important. The first factor why it's important is when you're choosing the right mount, you have to know the outside diameter to calculate the right distance from the barrel and to calculate which height of the rings or rail mount you will need. So this is the first thing why this is important. So when you're choosing the rings with this measurement, you can then calculate the appropriate height of the rings. The second thing why this is important is because of all the accessories. Because with all covers, lens covers, the outer housing diameter is very important so that they fit. Like, let's say on this flip-up cover, now you see this flip-up cover is made for 62 millimeter housing diameter of the objective bell, and now you can see it fits perfectly. So when you're buying the covers for the lenses, you need to know the housing diameter. This is one issue. Then another issue is if you're using clip-on devices, either night vision clip-ons, digital night vision clip-ons, or thermal clip-ons. In all of these cases, you will need an adapter which will connect the clip-on with the scope. And to buy this adapter, you have to know the outer diameter. Because let's say we know that this Leica Magnus 2.4 to 16 by 56, this Leica Magnus has a 62 millimeter objective bell diameter. So when we buy, let's say this is a Pulsar F155 digital night vision clip-on, and it features Smart Clip 62 millimeter adapter. So now we know that because we have an appropriate adapter, it will fit perfectly on the scope. So this is the reason why we have to know the exact measurement of the objective bell when we are buying the clip-on for this scope. So when we are buying a clip-on, it has to be the correct fit. So basically, 3 points. We need to know the outer diameter of the housing, the objective diameter, because of mounting height, to calculate the appropriate height of the rings, of the mounts. Then if we are buying covers for the lenses, this is the second issue. And the third issue, if we are buying the adapters for clip-on devices to pair these rifle scopes with a clip-on.
I know it's always important for people or customers, if you like it, to understand the difference between the lens diameter and the other diameter.
The objective diameter.
Objective diameter.
This is where people mostly get things wrong.
Yes.
So the lens diameter is the internal diameter of the lens.
Correct.
So it's always stated in the name of the rifle scope. Let's say this one is 2.4 to 16 by 56. That means that 56 millimeter is the diameter of the objective lens inside of the scope. Like this one has a 42 millimeter objective lens, and this one has a 50 millimeter objective lens. And this is the diameter of the lens, of the glass itself inside. While the objective diameter is the housing, outside diameter of the housing. So this is different. And this is something what usually is not given by the manufacturers. Sometimes it is, some manufacturers just don't specify it, but we do. We try to do our best that on every product page of each product you're able to find this measurement inside of our tables of specification, so that it is easier to choose appropriate mounts or appropriate flip-up covers or adapters for the clip-on devices.
It's for exactly for these new trends we're having for thermal imaging scopes, etc. Even I know that even some of not so popular manufacturers, they even those they start to measure the other diameter of the
the objective outer. Now lately, because of all these accessories and everything, it's more common to find this specified in catalogs and to find this specified on websites of manufacturers and so on. A couple of years ago, when there was really not a lot of clip-ons, and also when the accessories were not so important in the market, these measurements needed to be measured on each scope.
Exactly.
Now it's becoming more and more standard. So I would say that 90% of all European scopes with a 56 millimeter objective lens, they all feature 62 millimeter objective diameter of the housing.
I think
so it's becoming more and more important.
I know that it was always the case with the most premium manufacturers, but for these very reasons, it's very important for other manufacturers
also to specify
this information, piece of information. Okay, Fedor, thank you.
Thank you.
So this is all for this episode for today. If you have, however, any additional questions, feel free to write us an email, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Take care, until next time.
Bye.